think things are good, things are well from wherever you are. The Almighty God has done it again. You are part of this day. You are part of the people who are living in this day. Gura Gura Podcast. I shall be your host, Naiza Junior, Sauti ya Nyikani, the deepest voice in the coastal region, with my fellow hosts.
Oh yes, a very good morning to our viewers from wherever you're watching us. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for really joining us in this episode. And this episode, as we're going to discuss on the topic of discussion will be mental health, and majorly we'll be we'll be dwelling on the how to help someone living with mental health issues. So please make this session be more interactive, please just go on our YouTube podcast, right? Gura podcast over there. Subscribe, share, like to as many friends, as many people as possible. And we just hope that this topic or this session will be more interactive. And if you have any question, please go there, comment, just ask, and we'll be able to help you.
Thank you. Thanks once more. Call me Naiza Junior, Sauti ya Nyikani, the deepest voice in the coastal region. This is a Gura podcast where you can be able to get us through the YouTube, through the Facebook. Search Gura promo Gura Media. I think the Lord has done it again. You are good wherever you are. Good morning. Praise God. And also salamu alaikum kwa wenzangu Waislamu. Basi in this day, we want to remember on Thursdays, we always talk about mental health. It is now another Thursday on 13th November 2025, where we want to bring our discussion back to the table about mental health. So last time we talked about these people with mental health, how you can be able to discover, to know that this person has a problem with the mental health. Now, today, we want to look how you can be able to help these people. After knowing that these people have a problem with the mental, how you can be able to help them. Remember, helping these people with mental health, it requires understanding. It requires also empathy and patience. So, a person has a mental health complication. You need to take your own time to understand what is the problem. How can I be able to help this person? Understanding. You cannot just rush into a solution of a problem without passing different process. So this person has a mental health. You have to understand this is how I can be able to help him. Not just deciding he needs some medicine. Let me just go to the chemist and purchase some medicine for him. Because people having mental health, this is a type of medicine you're supposed to take. No, that is not the way. Understand about this person. Another thing is about empathy. What do we mean by having empathy? Put yourself in the shoes of that person. What if it were you? These people treating you, how could it be? If you have empathy on that person, you'll be able to help him. You'll be able to help her. Because you will understand this is a problem. And treat this person like a brother and treat this person like a sister. Because they need care. They don't need to be told, just go to the hospital. No. You have to be part of that person. Taking that person to the hospital. Guiding that person. Counseling that person. Creating time for that person. Making conducive environment for that person. I don't know if you understand. Good morning. I think you're good from that side. Another thing is about patience. What do we mean by being patient? Patient is knowing that there's something which is going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen today, it is going to happen one day. Just look at the way from the Bible. These people who went to the church to pray, who went to the synagogue to pray. Karibu nianza kupreach. Who went to the synagogue to pray. To get children. Praying from one time to another. I think she was called Anna. Praying from one day to another, every time, asking for child. But this woman never gave up because she was patient. She understood there's a time it is going to be answered. So, dealing with mental health, you have to be patient. You understand, it is one day going to be true. This person one day will be good. So be patient. So those are the 3 things which are required for you to be able to help someone with mental health issues: empathy, understanding, patience. Now, let's just begin with the first point. My friend, you can take us through.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you have really explained it well.
Yeah.
On the 3 building blocks of how you can basically be in a position you can employ those 3 building blocks to help someone living in mental health issues. So example of the practical is, you have talked about being patient, being practice empathy, and also trying to understand. But now let me just take our viewers through the practical ways on which we can practice this. Unajua, when you say like be patient, so you are being patient in what? While doing what, or just be empathy. Okay, it's as much as it's trying to fit into the shoes of that person, but how will you, after we fit those shoes, what are you supposed to do, or what will you do? Am I the point of understanding? So you are okay. Sasa let me say nime understand Naiza. It's like you are not like sometimes maybe you're suffering from stress. So okay, nime understand, and then what? So after understanding, so niketi tu chini nikuangalie as you are going through something. Okay,
you have to do something.
Exactly. So one of the practical ways on which you can employ these building blocks of help someone with mental health issues is listen without judgment. So listen without judgment here, basically, practically, the point of understanding in a like it is being employed here. So here, listening without judgment, you offer a space for them to express their feelings. And here, this space you're offering, it's a safe space. It's like unampatia a safe environment where he or she can express herself or himself very openly without even fearing of being judged, fearing of maybe they will say maybe nimekuwa nimerogwa, maybe unajua kuna vitu zingine like nikikuelezea shida zangu, unajua it's like as much as zingine as make sense, but you have like unafaa tu like offer me at that safe environment for you to understand, okay, maybe simwelewe what she's going through or what he's going through, but nikimoffer this safe environment, she can even explain, or he can even explain herself even much better. So you avoid interrupting or minimizing their experiences. So while offering this safe environment, you have to avoid interrupting them. So for example, like sasa I'm expressing myself, like maybe when I was 5 years old, for example, when I was 5 years old, maybe I was molested by my uncle. My parents never even cared about me. My siblings, like my family waliniacha. So hapo, then wewe unataka kuuliza, okay, ulimolestiwa na uncle yako, ulimolestiwa aje, that already you have already interrupted me. So hapo hata my focus, even that trust, that safe environment which I thought I had earlier, inakuwa interrupted. So naanza kuwa like, so are you like judging me? Do you know people with mental health issues, they are always very like they are very like it's called what? They are very anxious. They are not very like, they don't feel like they are safe wherever they are. Yeah. So it's like kila mali, it's like the society inamwangalia kila mali. So it's like they are fearing like, so unapata like anaanza kushanga kwani huyu mtu anaanza kunijaja na so when you are offering this when you offer this safe environment, make sure you just listen without interrupting or even making judgment. Another one is show empathy and compassion. So as you talked earlier, you're trying to fit into their shoes, but as much as you're trying to fit into their shoes, you acknowledge their struggles instead of trying to fix them immediately. So for example, nikwambia nimelala njaa, sitaki atu nipatie pesa hapo atashika uende kule chakula. No. Just try, just show compassion. I know even unaweza kunipatia mimi pesa, maybe mimi natachukulia like it's like you're buying me. People think differently. Yeah. Our mental status is very different, so we are very different. So maybe you can just try to just be compassionate. You're like, so nakwambia naweza unajua jana nilala njaa. Then you can reply by, oh wow, Aki, I'm sorry. And then, so what happened? Already when you answer me back that way, okay, I feel like, okay, so this guy, this person is trying to like, anaibeba shida yangu inakuwa kama yake, unaget? Yeah. So I am getting that safe space which I need. I'm getting that safe environment which I need. So what do I do? Na kuexplainia even more. So maybe hata sikulala njaa tu, maybe pia nina shida school fees, unaona? So hiyo imaanisha ati sasa naanza kuwa vulnerable, tunachukua advantage. I'm just trying to kuwa open. Like I want you to fit into my shoes, Nataka I want to bring you into my world. So how do I bring you into my world? By me expressing myself to you fully. After you have after you have really provided for me a safe environment, you know. Another thing is you create a supportive environment. So how do you create a supportive environment? For example, you can keep the home atmosphere calm, positive, and free from unnecessary stress or conflict. A person who's suffering from mental health issues, for example, maybe anadaiwa school fees. So how do you can keep the home atmosphere like ikae calm? Usikuwe mtu mwenye kila saa like so juana ati sasa since you have opened up like kumsaidia. Si sigu akifanya makosa kidogo, unajua nakulipia school fees zone unanifanyia hivi. You know, there are people who are very good at that. You know, so as much yani wameamua na kusaidia, but it's like ni kama walikuwa wanajiforce, unaona, it's like they were simping while helping you. So just create a supportive environment. Don't be judgmental. You know, unajua the status which you are in right now ama the position which you are in right now, it's very temporary. So you never know, sahi maybe mimi unanikuja unaomba food ama sahi ni wewe unakuja unaomba food, tomorrow you don't know, the table may change ama even over the night. Another one is set healthy boundaries. Just know your limits. Offer help without neglecting your own mental well-being. So set healthy boundaries. There's an issue known as burning out. So sometimes, and most professionals, so you know, I did a unit in psychology. It's called I did a unit in psychology when I was in year 1 and year 2. That's how you see I can be able to explain this thing. So how do you set these healthy boundaries? So sometimes these psychologists, they suffer through an issue, ama even this young mentor, our mentors when wanapeana advice. So sometimes they suffer on the issue known as burning out. So burning out ni like I am a psychologist. So nimebeba shida zako zote. Si wewe, you are my client. Yeah. So kila shida yako. Remember, as a psychologist, you never know. People suffer from mental health. A lot of people suffer from mental health. And you know, what encourages them to come for help, that is because they know, unajua, kunaga na privacy. So unapata ndo most of the time, huwa unaambiwa psychologist na a patient ama a client, they create a privacy environment. So unapata most people, like they feel they are very safe because there's no point there like ati mtu atawajudge. So unafind sasa our psychologists, they get a lot of clients. So hizo shida zao they carry. Unapata client anakuja akamwambia amelala njaa, client anakuja akamwambia amekuwa molested, huyu mwingine amekuja akamwambia sijui like, yani hizo sasa unafind they suffer through burning out. So hizo shida za clients wamezibeba, zimekuwa zao. So they just carry hizo shida zote za clients until they like wanasahau pia their mental health issues. So as much as you are a psychologist ama you are a psychiatrist, exactly. So ni ngumu, but as long as ni daktari unadili na mambo ya akili ama mental health issues, unadili na mambo ya afya ya akili, just know your limits. Sometimes set boundaries. Just know my professional career ama my professional help can reach to this level. Hii ingine siwezi reach. Don't try to be Mother Teresa ama an angel. No, we are human beings. There's a certain level where you are to just know your boundaries. Ndo ili usikuja ukasuffer through burning out, ukaanza kusema you'll be carrying the problems of your clients. Mpaka sasa unapata ina affect your marriage, ina affect your family. So unaanza kubehave in a weird way mpaka unashangaa mtu anakuambia by the way you are behaving so weird. Na unashangaa kwa nini aje? Then kesho bibi yako anakuambia, hey, my husband, you are behaving so weird. Kesho nyingine unaambiwa by your workmate, hey, you are behaving so weird. So hata uwezi jua na episode, just set that professional boundaries. Just know your limits. And up to where is my help necessary? Ama is my help needed? Another one is encourage treatment adherence. Support them in attending therapy sessions and taking prescribed medication. These people, initially, most of the time, ukiambia mtu like you're suffering, you know, as a psychiatrist wanaweza like they can tell. So sisi wengine atuweze like it's very hard, but some wanaweza kuambia, wanaweza like they can tell that this person is suffering through mental health issues. Unaweza pata tu mtu amekaa tu hivi, so ukaona huyu mtu bana kama ana undergo stress, kumbe hata ni mtu tu anaomba zake, yani amecreate a safe environment ya kuomba na Mungu. So unasema I'm suffering through mental health. And maybe I can make this thing clear. Mental health is different from being kuchizika yani kuwa mwehu, yani kuchizika akili. So mtu mwenye bias data mentally, yani akili yako imebeba mambo mengi. So unapata mtoto wa miaka 10 amebeba shida, mizigo ya mtu ambaye ana miaka 30. So unapata mtu kijana miaka 10 anatembea mabega. Nikaona like it's like ninaona maybe you are suffering from mental health issues, maybe you are like you have this personality mismanagement ama anger management issues, ama you're acting aggressively. So mimi ni best yako. So nitaanza kuencourage. I know it's very hard. Personally, I know it's very hard kwa mtu kuanza kuenda accept kuwa ana suffer through hiyo issue. Na pia kuanza kuelekea maybe kwa psychiatrist to seek for help. So mimi I will encourage you. Maybe at first time nitakupeleka kwa huyo psychiatrist. So mimi si nitakupeleka tu, nitakuacha hapo and then after that nyinyi mtaongea, unaona. So that is a way. So ukiona na kuencourage you, okay, so I'm not alone in this journey. But sasa una find most people they find it very difficult to seek for help, for example, kwa sababu like sasa imagine you are a father, alafu sasa like you are suffering through this anger management issues. So una find it very hard kwenda kwa psychiatrist. Unaona like how will my family think I am I a weak man? And you know a man in a family is supposed to be, yani anafaa kuwa yeye ndo kusema in a good way. Si tunachapa baby, yeye ndo kusema like you lead a family in this way, like you have to act this way, like this way, the role in here, you provide familia, like all and that stuff. So it's very difficult. So as much as let's encourage them to go for treatment at their hands. As much as hata leo ukiona best yako like ni kama eleweki, anza just go and do research. Anza kumwambia vitu nzuri, like good positive ama good advantages is come up after ameenda for a psychiatrist. Just encourage that person. Leo ukiona amekataa, kesho mjaribu. Leo kisha kata mpeleke mpaka kwa mlango wa psychiatrist. Ukiona amerudi, don't worry, kesho nyingine mpeleke, itakuja mpaka ataye atakuja ku accept. So as much as next time also after umempeleka msaidie, ama kama ukiona like kumpeleka imekuwa ngumu, just hata msaidie, muende mununue naye dawa. Just try to support that person in any way. And I think by that, I think we'll be in a good position. Easy she does mental health issues, easy burnout issues. I think they'll be limited. At least a bigger percentage of it tutakuwa tumezikava. Yeah, maybe you can continue.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much for getting connected to me. I think it is 7 minutes to 7 East African time. This is a Gure podcast, getting connected to me. The jina kubwa jina ndogo organizer Junior Sauti ya Nyikani, the difference voice in the coastal region. So from wherever you are watching this early morning, where we are talking about mental health, now we want to look about how to live with someone with mental health issues. So living with these people with these challenges, they need compassion, adaptability, and open communication. So you have to stay with these people together, show them some love, show them compassion, show them some open communication. Remember, this is a person with a problem. And you cannot stay with someone with a problem na unaongea na yeye ni kama unapita huko juu. No, that is not the way. Give to them open communication where you are going to make them understand more about mental health, understand about how the progress is about this illness. And by doing that, open communication, you'll make them feel free to communicate to you, share any problem they have, and you'll be able to help them very easy. Just look in a situation where you have someone who is sick, then instead of engaging this person in a communication where you'll be able to understand what is the problem, how is the progress, you just greet them and go away. If it is about giving them food, you just give them food, even without inquiring from them which type of food they need. Just bring them the type of food you think they can eat. You have to engage with them. So today, what do you want us to cook? When do you want us to go? When do you want us to visit? How is the progress? What can you be able to do by today? You'll be able to understand the progress. And also allow open communication. And also, showing compassion to these people is a character, is a skill which is highly regarded to these people. Because uwezi niambia utakaa na mtu pale akona shida lakini unamweka tu kwa nyumba. Wewe unachukua tu simu ama unaenda kwa television pale unaanza kuitazama. Unaingia TikTok pale. That is not the way. That is not the way you will be able to help these people. This is not the way you shall be able to live and create conducive environment to these people. You have to understand there are people who need care. There are people who need compassion. There are people who need people around them so that their life can be transformed. Remember, it is a progress. You have to be patient, as I just talked as I began the show. They need patience because it is not an issue which is going to end with one day. It takes some process. You have to be there for them. Every time you are there for them, speaking to them in order to understand the progress. So my co-host, we can just go through the last part as we end up the show.
So thank you very much. So the bigger question here is, how can we help these people living with mental health issues? So I think one of the ways we can usually, and I think it's very, very encouraged, it's check in regularly. Just like my co-host has said over here, well, too, you just offer help physically. But remember, this person is suffering from emotionally, mentally problem. It's not physically. Si njaa tu. Sasa yeye ana stress ya vipi nitapata food. Stress ya okay, leo nimepata chakula, kesho itakuwa aje. Stress ya sina school fees. Stress ni kesho nitapata aje school fees. Stress ni how will my children, how will my brother or my sister get quality education, na mimi sina pesa kwa sai, so just learn to check regularly. Consistent care and contact can help them feel valued and less isolated. Remember, these people, they feel like they're very lonely, both physically, mentally, emotionally. So they need someone who can be there to tell them, to assure to them, it's okay as much as you're suffering through this. Don't worry, tomorrow there'll be brighter days. I remember as much as there's darkness, but remember, at the end of the tunnel there's usually a ray of hope. Just that light, just one phone call can be very, very helpful. Juju, maybe that person was even in a process, alikuwa in a process of trying to commit suicide, but just that one phone call. Maybe this person was in a position where alikuwa anasema no, enough is enough, like my life is over, but wewe tu kwenda kumvisit imemsaidia. So just check in regularly. It may not be physically. Siku hizi kuna mtandao, use your phone. Just nenda kwa WhatsApp, just mchatu huyo mtu, try just even video calling. Juu wengine atakwambia I'm okay, but if you video call unaona kabisa wako okay. Just try to check in regularly. Na si ati tu ukimjulia nafasi leo, then next time ni another after week imeisha. No. Try as much. I know you are very busy, and I know a main goal here in life is, I know it's to make money. And for our young generation, that is the main goal. But just try to check in regularly with your friends, even with your family members. It's good to need per month. No. Another one is respect boundaries. Remember, as much as we are trying to help these people, you have to respect their privacy. Si ati tu venye amekuwa open, like amekuja kwako amekuwa vulnerable like an open book. Sasa ati you have gained access to their personal life. No. Just respect the boundaries. Because also, vitu zingine zina take time before they open up. Another thing is communicate openly. Encourage them to communicate openly. As much as hata kama kuna kitu inasumbua, wewe tu mwambie, you can just communicate openly. And this you might not even tell them, but remember, these are people they are grown up people. They can tell even from your reaction. Maybe at first time ali communicate openly, akwambia mimi sina food ya kula kwa nyumba. Then maybe you're shocked, what? Ati una food ya kula kwa nyumba? So hiyo tayari cut off. So next time ata kuwa in a better position to open up. So and I think that is what we had for today in our discussion. And next week, please join us at the same podcast, same place, and same time. And as I finish, I'll just say this: mental health is a very, very big issue, and I know most of the time it's been it's like inadharauliwa in our society and even in our country. But just know your mental health is a priority. Don't blame anyone ati gava eka pesa, ati hospitals wanazembea, ati madaktari wako. No. Just take care of your mental health, and I really wish you have a blessed week ahead, and may it be successful. Thank you very much. I've been a host, Patience Maramba.
Thank you very much for keeping connected to me. This is a Gora podcast. Nenda pale YouTube, fanya kitu. I was your host, Naiza Junior, sauti ya nyikani, the deepest voice in the coastal region. Thank you.